Okay, so am I face tracking? I'm not face tracking. Let me see if I can get this to face track somehow. Face auto detect start. Great! Okay, so it's first thing in the morning. I've got my microphone. There was this little magnet that came with the microphone. I didn't even know what it was. It looked like a processor, a computer processor, very miniature. But I did notice that it had magnetic properties. So I stuck it to my microphone because I'm like, this way I don't lose it. That's exactly what it's for, because on the back of this clip, the little clip thing is metal, and the magnet sticks to this. But when I was going to put the microphone on, I didn't want to put it right there on my collar. But then I ran across the magnet again. I'm like, wait a minute. And sure enough, that's so ingenious. Even when I went to turn this thing on, I flipped it over and there's a power button. When you turn it on, there's the light too, so I could do it right there in the mirror. I've got this challenge where I'm trying to shoot video every single day for the next 30 days. I bought this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera yesterday. Amazon delivered it. I started it up, messed around with it, shot some video, uploaded it, and this is day 2. It's, hey Google, what time is it?
It's 8:12 a.m.
All right, so it's 8:12 a.m. on Saturday morning. If I have any questions, I'll try not to ask Google. I'll just ask chat. My kitchen's kind of messy because I've been learning how to bake sourdough. I don't know if you see all those videos on how to bake sourdough. I don't even know how I came across that. For the longest time, I was trying to avoid bread. It does help if you don't want to be fat. You can avoid bread, and that will help a lot. But then I started hearing about the probiotic benefits of sourdough. So I started just getting into baking sourdough. So now this is my sourdough station over here. I've got this little tray where I keep all my sourdough stuff. But now I've got so much sourdough stuff, it just spills over everywhere. So whenever I'm gonna bake anything, I always start right here. I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm trying to post every day for a month. I just need to get more comfortable putting myself out there. I've had this YouTube channel for 18 years. You'll hear kids going, yeah, I've been on YouTube for 2 years, 10 years, blah, blah, blah. I've had this YouTube channel for 18 years. If you look at the channel, it shows that I've got like 60 videos on it. I've actually got 1,860 something videos on it, but I've only got 550 something followers. What I was doing is I was just using it for sports and for my kids. I would go out there, shoot a football game, let's say Pop Warner football game, and that Jonah was playing in, and he's my youngest son. So what I do is I shoot the entire game, take it home, divide the entire video into plays. Okay, every offensive and defensive movement of the ball, I create a clip for it. When I'd go to upload everything, it would be 60 to 75 clips per game. Same thing with soccer. I would shoot the entire soccer game, and then I would divide it all up into clips and upload all the clips, and then send a little email out to everybody, hey, all the clips are up if you want to watch. And everybody would watch it once and say, man, it's even more boring on YouTube. That's why I've got 1,800 clips on there. I was just experimenting. The last time I uploaded anything before yesterday was about 6 years ago. I would upload something maybe every 2 to 5 years. I'm trying to get comfortable being in front of the camera. Nobody really wants to do this. I mean, in reality. Maybe there are people that just love oversharing. I'm not one of those people, but I do need to get comfortable being in front of the camera and shooting and editing video. That's why I'm doing 30 days of video. I like technology, which is why now is an awesome time to be making videos. I never thought it would be so easy to do all these things. I'm real skeptical whenever it comes to anything about the future. I'm almost 58 years old. I'll be 58 in February. That's tasty. When Blockbuster was around, they were talking about how there will be a time in the future when you can rent a movie from a vending machine. And I'm like, how's anybody gonna do that? You'd have to have a credit card to do that. Now, of course, we're moving to a cashless society. Now, you don't even rent movies from a vending machine. They are just automatically on your TV. I remember when they were talking about vaping, and how it was this thing in China, but it is going to be very popular here. I'm like, vaping? People are going to vape? I grew up in a house where my mom smoked. My mom smoked all the time indoors. We smelled like we smoked because we were inhaling so much secondhand smoke. Anyways, but vaping was gonna become popular in the United States. And I just couldn't see it, man. I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna happen. That's why I started my YouTube channel 18 years ago, because YouTube at the time was 3 years old. I'm like, this is interesting. I don't see it becoming real popular, but I love technology, so I'll go ahead and play with it. And that's when I started it. And it was neat seeing your video on there. What I liked about YouTube at the time was that I could upload videos and have a place to store them. Because before that, there was Casa, maybe, where you could upload pictures and save them on the cloud. When YouTube came along, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just upload them there. And then of course you're like, what happens when YouTube quits? 20 something years later, YouTube is now more popular than ever. Here I am, 18 years later, trying to master the art of YouTube. Anyways, I'm gonna do this over the next 30 days. This is 25 minutes long, that's plenty. I'm gonna do this over the next 30 days, just upload some videos and shoot some video, do a quick edit. I'm using something called Descript. If you've ever thought about YouTube and you want to use a program, there's this girl, Vanessa Lau, who explains things very well. Vanessa Lau, I think she's out in California. I guess she had her own agency a year or two ago, and now she's making YouTube videos on how to make YouTube videos. But she explains things very well. She is very good at telling you all the tools that she uses. And one of the tools she talks about is Descript. So if you've ever thought about making videos and you're like, oh, I don't want to do all that editing, use Descript. You upload it, click some buttons, it edits it, and then it uploads to YouTube for you. It's super easy, man. Technology with AI has become so easy.